What it is, what it is, what it is. I'm your main man, Mikey D, aka Stoney Mike, and I'm here to give you a nice little Stoney playthrough. But before we get into this Stoney playthrough, you already know the drill. We got to have ourselves a smoke sesh and get nice and stony. So today's topic of the smoke sesh is feminazis. The reason why they recently showed their ugly heads, and I mean that in a metaphorical and a very much physical fucking sense, because most of the time they are some repulsive individuals and they have the audacity to try to judge other people when they are the most repulsive people on earth. They used to not be. Used to look. We would not ever think as we do now if it wasn't for some of the earlier branches of that, even though they were racist as fuck. But that's another topic of a whole nother story. So we're not going to get into that. Let me load my bowl up. As you can see, we're going to be starting out strong. This is Feminist TikTok Part 7. Let's see who the creator is. It's going to show me in that. Usually they show right there. I guess not. I just guess I'll back down. TikTok News is the people who originally posted this, so we'll be sure to credit them for that. They are the ones who put together this. I don't have a TikTok, therefore I can't go around fucking putting together these compilations. Nor do I really want to give China any of my information whatsoever. And honestly, if you're using a TikTok, you're giving them some kind of information. What information that is, I don't fucking know, to be honest with you. I mean, all they could ever possibly know is that I'm a gun-loving pothead. So they're going to know that I'm not just going to shoot them. I'm going to actually question why they fucking came to here to be shot to begin with if they ever invade. Highly doubtful, because that would be a bad, bad decision on their part. Or anyone's part for that matter, because see, you have the military who's going to do their thing. Okay, that's fine. The military's going to do their thing. But then you got these good old boys that live out in the woods. They're going to do their thing, and their thing is blending in with the trees and making a bunch of Swiss cheese out of some of you fucking little fuckers that try to come over and invade. That's a reality of what would happen. Then you got some of these too goddamn hood for their own good motherfuckers that are not going to hesitate to pull out something that their average citizen does not have access to. Because that's the truth. The average citizen is not allowed to have an automatic weapon. But guess who does have an automatic weapon? Your friendly neighborhood drug dealer. I promise you. And if not him, so one of his homeboys does. And if I promise you, somebody on the block has at least 5 to 10 fucking different fully automatic weapons. I know this. I've seen this. I know how that works. So an invasion force would have a very, very hard time. They will lose their population within months trying to invade us from their own stupidity of lack of resources, because they will not put enough resources into an invasion squad. I can tell you that for a fact. They can't do that. Most places cannot invade places. And the only reason why I'm talking about that is because I had this whole long ass goddamn conversation with a guy who wanted to claim that he was in the military, but clearly he wasn't, because he was worried about something that just even on a tactical thought process doesn't make any sense. China wouldn't do it. They would not want to do that. If they did, it's because they're choosing to die. They're choosing to be eliminated as a country as a whole. That's the only way that would happen. Because it would crumble them from within, trying to send an invasion force to even so much as put a dent into us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just not logical in any sense. So I highly doubt that would ever happen. What up? Need to connect. You're gonna watch some feminazis. You're gonna watch some people who I tried my best because I truly believe in equality. I just don't believe in equality of outcome, and that's what people who scream about wanting equality want. They want equality of outcome, but here's the thing: me and you and they and them, they're all different. We're all different. We all have traits, and we all have the abilities to be different. And with that comes a lack of equality in the outcome. So, and that's basically my main argument against people who are screaming about equality in this day and age. We have equality. We just don't have equality of outcome because guess what? I'm going to be better than you in certain things. It's just the way that works. I don't understand why and how we've gotten to the point to where people have to feel the need to want to push everybody to be like them, and it's a weird mindset and thought process that thankfully I avoid from other people. As soon as somebody shows that kind of mentality, I'm like deuces. I don't fuck with it, not one bit. Damn stick managed to get in my weed. I hate stems, and it sucks because the herb that don't have stems has been genetically modified like a motherfucker. Not that there's anything wrong with it, because genetically modified herb is not that bad. It's just it doesn't have the natural sense to it, so it kind of like doesn't do anything for me actually. But some people swear up and down and get high off of it. Anyway, let us get into the feminist TikTok part 7. Oh, hold up! I gotta turn the audio on. The audio is not on. Boop. There we go.
Here is part 2 of sexist things that we have normalized, but let's talk about it. Today is the double bind in the workplace, and when I tell you, you're going to hear this and be like, yep. So, in my own words, the double bind is basically a spectrum that women in the workplace fall.
Yeah, outdoor is better.
On one side of the spectrum, it's someone who is soft spoken, who keeps to herself, and on the other side of the double bind is a woman who is more loud, who is more assertive, and
since you brought that up, I do have to talk about that. Outdoor is way better. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. They can swear up and down. I have proven it with analytics. Okay? If you have the perfect growing conditions, yeah, because you don't have to. You don't have to use any type of any form of genetic modification whatsoever when you're growing something outdoors, especially if it's a landrace strain, or if you're hybridizing the natural way, which is a very long process because of pollination and whatnot. But if you're doing it that way, there is never any form of fucking need to put any kind of fucked up chemicals that alter its actual genetic course. You don't have to do anything whatsoever. You have nature doing all its work. You have during the springtime here in the state of Washington, you get because here you get all 4 seasons. Some states you don't really get all 4 seasons. Here you do, and it creates a very lush growing environment for cannabis. Cannabis grows really good here. That being said, you have outdoor that's being grown here that's testing higher than some indoor. It's testing at levels that are possibly pushing, what they consider what is it called? Because it sounds fucked up when you say it's laced. But when you put like say you dust it with keef or you put wax on it or something, it's it increases the amount of THC levels that are on the plant then there on that spot, et cetera, et cetera. Well, you're seeing levels of outdoor grow come in at like almost 30% of THC, which means that they have dropped their cannabinoid count. You got CBD, CBN, CBG. You got all those cannabinoids that have dropped, so that way THC can take the main course of that plant, and you can smell those a mile away. Yeah, because you're getting there's nothing ever that's going to replace the sun. There's no light in this world that can replace the sun. The sun will always give better fucking radiation to the plant. The UV, it'll always be better. Yeah. And when you have indoor that's being babied, I'm telling you, indoor shit is babied like a motherfucker. It sometimes develops good flavors. You get really good terpene counts out of a lot of indoor shit. You can still do it with outdoor though, and that's why I'm a firm believer in using uh, fruit husk, uh, anything and everything that can pass on the terpene counts, because terpenes are in everything from fucking orange peels to banana peels, everything has terpenes, and you can pass that on through the nutrients that they will eventually rot into the soil and give to the soil, and it carries on traits over into the plant. Yeah, that's been a nonsensical thing since the '60s that grow lamps are better. It's like no, the fuck they're not. Man, you get the fuck off that high horse right now. They're not gonna say that shit when there ain't no damn no fucking power grid to support that. They better learn both ways of growing. Is all I'm saying. Because people like me who can grow indoor, outdoor, doesn't matter. You can put me in a fucking cave and I'm gonna grow something. I promise you. So people like me are gonna be fine and dandy. Got to learn how to go back to the old ways. If you can't do it the natural and original way, then you shouldn't be doing it the other way because you're going to get too comfortable, and then one day it's going to happen. You're not going to be able to do it the new way. You're going to have to go back to the old way. You're not going to be able to do shit. You're not going to know how to do shit, and that's ultimately my main thing that I preach when I'm teaching anybody how to grow is don't do that. Don't do that.
And who is more passionate. What are the repercussions on sitting on each side of the double bind? Basically, no matter where you sit on the double bind, whether it's the middle or each side, you're going to face sexist repercussions. The sexist repercussion that someone who is more quiet will face is that they will be seen as incompetent. They will not be hired for a promotion, but they're someone that people like. Someone that's a more loud spoken and passionate, they're a bitch and they're aggressive. And while they may get seen for promotions, they are not liked and they will face a really tarnished reputation because of that. And so a lot of women try to conform somewhere in the middle of the double bind so they won't face workplace repercussion. And the problem is that perfect place doesn't exist. It's quite literally a double bind. I remember one of the
Take problems that you create for 100, Alex. Like, why? Yet again, this is where I go back to, people want to burn bridges. They want to create problems and they want like, there was a video, I'm going to find it. Maybe I might need to get my wife to send it to me because it's going to probably be hard as fuck. But there's a girl who's, yeah, there's a girl who I forget what her little handle was, or I'd look it up by that. But she's coming out to her parents as they them. Okay, and she puts her camera up because she's expecting. Okay, I know who it was. It was the quartering that covered it. So I'll just have to watch his video to show it. But right after she puts her camera up, she puts her phone up. She's sitting there just chilling, telling her parents, that she's wanting to be known as they them, and they're accepting of it. Like they're just chill. Like they're like, okay, so and then they're like asking her how the stuff would be. The whole time she's looking at the camera like, oh shit, I shouldn't have fucking filmed this. I was hoping to get a bad reaction. You could tell on her face she wanted a bad reaction. She wanted a reaction that would have um, furthered an agenda that she's got in her head. And that's the problem. Most of these are young people who are being manipulated by some sick fuck piece of shit who is manipulating them into thinking this process. I have a couple of friends who are trans. None of them do the behavior that you see in leftists. They don't consider themselves leftists. I mean, most of them voted Democrat, but they don't consider themselves leftists when it comes to stuff like that because of stuff like that. That's weird. Like you don't go out of your way to make problems with people. That's a strange thing.
The first lessons in street smarts I ever learned from my parents was not look both ways before crossing the street, but carry wasp spray instead of pepper spray because it shoots further, it's more effective, you risk blinding yourself less in an attack. I remember my mom telling me when I was little, never turn your...
Okay, but this is stuff that you should know, period. Alright, newsflash to any female or male who doesn't understand this. Biological males have dense fucking bones. Even the strongest or the weakest amongst males can punch and knock some fucking teeth out if necessary. It's possible. Very fucking possible. Okay? Females don't have that density. So therefore you need to fight a little bit more dirtier. So yeah, having wasp instead of fucking mace is actually smarter anyway because guess what? You're not in a fucking boxed up corner trying to fucking fight off the pepper spray yourself. You've kept the dude at a distance. There's nothing wrong with knowing these things. That's smart. That's actually being smart. She would rather be retarded and be stupid about it. Exactly. Well, it depends on what wasp spray you're talking about. Because I had this stuff that does this foam shit that I had to shoot. I shot the fucking thing from like 12 feet away. If I could keep a person 12 feet away, and I've had mace before. The only one that I know that shoots a distance is bear mace. The little handheld things, they don't shoot far. And judging by her age or the way she looks like she might have came up in a time period where bear mace wasn't really an accessible thing. Because now I see bear mace being sold everywhere. They fucking sell that at gas stations. That like certain gas stations that are out in out of city limits, they sell bear mace like crazy in them. So I mean bear mace, yeah, but regular mace would just that's going to create a toxic environment around you. It's going to, especially if you're indoors. If you're indoors and you spray that, you're blinded as well. It's no different than fucking someone chunking a fucking flashbang in the same room as you. Like you're putting an obstacle in your path, essentially. That mace is just not. I don't see mace being, but also wasps is just. Well, cops are also using shit that were like I don't know. I've seen cops. It depends actually, because I can actually pull up two different videos of that. That's cop mace is like it differs between what companies I guess they're using and what like I said because there's different maces And the rinky dink ones that you can find in the little bitty canisters that usually have a little leather pouch for them, those aren't going to do shit. And they're gonna create a fog, and that's the ones I'm talking about. The ones that create fog, you don't want. But like we're talking about though, like we are on the same path here. We are talking about stuff that needs to be shot. Those are the ones that would work, and that would probably work way better than fucking. Um, well, they probably work way better than wash shit. But in a case of an attacker, someone is attacking them. It doesn't matter if they're. It doesn't really matter that they're going to be blinded permanently. Like if you got wasp spray to fucking spray them with it, then by all means spray them with it. They need to be blinded permanently. They're trying to attack you. They're taking away liberties from you. Matter of fact, take your thumbs and press it into their eyeballs and pluck them fucking things out. Permanently maim any attacker. It doesn't matter who they are. If they're attacking you, maim them. Destroy them. Like that. Do not let yourself become a victim, period.
Your back on a man that you don't know because you never know when he's going to grab you from behind.
That's just teaching yourself to live in fear. I mean, granted, you should always, like, if you don't know the person, like, be ready for it. Now, I'm not talking about going around carrying it, though, for real, like she was talking about. I'm talking about, like, if, like, that's something that you have access to, you can just spray them with it. But if they're attacking you, it doesn't matter. Like that doesn't matter. If they're attacking you, it doesn't matter how you fucking handle the situation, the legality of it or not. That's like you get rid of your attacker. Like you can handle the legality of things when it's done and over with because you can prove that you were just defending yourself from an attacker. Like I don't really think that there's too many judges in this world who are gonna be like, well, she used wasp spray on them to get them off of her. I don't think we can. I don't think we can properly charge him with attempted rape when you blinded him. Well, yeah, you don't fucking carry wasp spray. That's not what I'm saying. But you should definitely fucking. Honestly, you should fucking carry a gun. If you can't carry a fucking gun, then uh, you know carry something. But my point is, don't let them fucking get close to you, and don't create a situation where you're gonna have to pretty much be fighting off your own element. You fighting off your own element when you use any kind of mace that fogs. That's what I meant. Is the mace because I've seen certain maces they literally do shoot a stream. It's like a gel or whatever, and it's like a stream of it. Those are good. I'm pretty sure those will fucking work wonders. But it's the ones that fucking do that fog shit. Like you don't. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure you could see. Um, I'm trying to remember his name. I used to drink that one all the time until the Skittles one came out. Skittles came out, and I'm fucking just obsessed with this one. The Skittles. Skittles. I am obsessed with that one. They're the only energy drink that don't fuck me up. Like, bad. Like, I have to have caffeine, and I have to have caffeine a lot more than most people. And because I go way over what's supposed to be healthy. And it don't do what it does to people that I've seen who are not supposed to be having that much caffeine because they'll be doing all kinds of extra shit, and it seems like they're being extra, but they're not. It's just caffeine fucking their body up. And I think it has something to do with ADHD or ADD or whatever the fuck it is. I'm trying to move this fucking thing, it's blocking me. Get out of my way. All right.
I actually remember being taught by a teacher how to hold my keys for walking alone late at night.
And there's nothing wrong with
This
that.
teacher.
Literally, yet again, there's nothing wrong with this stuff. Like, it's almost like she doesn't want to be taught self defense. Like, does she think that she lives in a world where she's never going to be attacked by somebody? And hey, you may go your entire life never being attacked by somebody. Count your fucking lucky stars. But there are places that you could just fucking walk out of a building and somebody's just going to be like, "Hey, baby, what you doing?" and trying to come after you. Like some shit. It's just the way it is. There's odd fucking goofballs in this world. But the best thing to do is know how to defend yourself and not be pissed off that you have to know that. Like, be happy that there are people who want to teach you this shit. I remember my dance teacher actually showing the girls in my studio self defense. Man, I'm moving past this. This is just annoying. This one's the most replayed right here. Here's something that men do that is incredibly detrimental and sometimes fatal to a woman's physical and emotional health. I don't know if I could disagree somebody with their facial expressions, but their facial expressions do have a lot to do with something. When, like, somebody can be telling me something I can agree with, but if they're making a certain face, I'm like, why are you making that face? Are you like, are you trying to trigger me or something? Like, I don't know. But anyway,
Detrimental and sometimes fatal to a woman's physical and emotional health. Okay, but women do that too. I never said they didn't, Grayson. I just said that men
what is it though? What is she talking about? What? What?
do this at a much higher rate. But I think because women sometimes also do it, this whole argument is just invalid. I don't think so. If you look at the statistics, you can see that 99% of men do this. Yeah.
She created a fallacy with herself. Like, what in the fuck is going on here? What? Like, what is it that, first of all, she doesn't even tell what it is that men do that supposedly is detrimental to fucking.
Yeah, but there's like 1% of women that also do it, so you're just wrong. I'm not saying those women are not wrong. I'm just saying that maybe we should just talk about this issue and maybe address that issue within the male community. Bitches be crazy.
Yeah, you do actually. You really do. Like, what? Let me guess. She had this argument with somebody, and she thought that, because that's the thing, when you have an argument with somebody and you're stuck in your perspective of things. Yeah, yeah. I think she's just, and it's possible she is drunk, to be honest with you. But this was the most replayed clip for a reason. Yeah, schizophrenia is in a crazy fucking rise for some reason. It could be like a plethora of things.
Bitches be crazy. Really funny the way that we expect girls to just kind of like ignore catcalling, but the second she answers back, she's like being a bit too much. Like if a guy screams something at me, but then that screams something back, people are like, dude, you just need to let it go. You need to calm down. And that is just so funny to me. And by funny, I mean the next person who does that is gonna get stabbed. Here's
Okay, I have an issue with catcalling too. Like, for one, I don't think it's appropriate to. Two, I think it's stupid. Like, I, in my mind, just can't find a female ever in her life fucking finding that attractive. So why do it? Like, why go out of your way to like look unattractive to someone if you're wanting to attract them? Because clearly the whole catcalling thing is to like get their attention to attract them to you, but it does not work. Like, I've never met a female in this world who is okay with that. That happens a lot too. That really does. I've seen that happen because there's A lot of the times, it just like I think they're seeking attention, so they make shit up. It does happen like that. Um, but no, like I can't get over. I think I was probably like 11 or 12. I heard a dude do it. Like he was yelling some shit. I forget what he was actually saying because it was towards my sister. I remember hearing it, and I was just like, "God damn, dude! Like, do you really think that my sister's gonna find that attractive?" Like, it was just the weirdest, very weird way of someone trying to get the attention of someone. So I never did like it. I've never thought catcalling was a thing. Honestly, I've only ever seen it in movies where fucking New Yorkers would be like, "Hey, baby," So I would never really think it was real until that time that I actually heard someone do it. It's a very small amount of men who think that's okay, and the small amount of men that do it, they don't get a. Yeah, it's just it seems weird. And it's a very small amount of men who do it because I don't see it enough for it to be a thing that's constantly talked about, like the way it is constantly talked about. It's constantly talked about, but it's never constantly seen. And I think that's because it's one of those things. As soon as it happens, it's just like what the fuck, and then everybody goes extra about it because it's just fucked up. It is. It's a fucked up react. It's a fucked up action for you to want to even think that that's okay to do. I don't know. I'm never going to be okay with that. It don't make any sense. So on that grounds, I can agree with certain feminists about that, and yeah, I'm still the problem though. As a man, I'm still the problem. I'm hoping it's in this video. If it's not, I'll find it. There's a girl who is like sitting there saying, I don't want to have a male or a son because he's part of the problem. If this bitch gets pregnant and has a kid, I guarantee you she kills that kid. I guarantee you that type of mentality, that far gone into belief of that, definitely going. She needs to be watched. What does this say? Men made iPhones, men made TikTok, men made the light bulb, men made the car, women made issues. Well, the problem is that did make a lot of these things, and to try to say they didn't, to try to rewrite history over that is kind of weird.
Me explaining why the argument saying men invented everything is stupid and shouldn't be said on International Women's Day. Men invented that phone you're on, that house you're living in, the app you're using. Did you watch the video or men invented everything? Okay. Why? What? Tell me why men have invented most things. Because women are stupid. Okay. Is it that or is it the fact that we've been oppressed for centuries? Weren't allowed to go to college until the 60s, get an education? Well, that's still severely
I am calling bullshit in her stupid logic already. So, women were inventors prior to all of that shit, too. She's literally trying to say that women didn't invent shit. They did. They fucking did. It's just most inventions are built by men because guess what? The way our brains are fucking thinking is we're a little bit innovative. We're a bit more into the future, whereas women are into the now, right now, the present. That's the reason why. Fucking always these dumbass fucking. I don't get it. Right? I mean, there's a whole fucking it's a She's an anthropologist. I forget what her name is. She got to talking about how the earliest sex toys that we know of were created by Egyptian women. You know, so there are things that women haven't, and I'm not talking about just sex toys, but I'm just saying there are things that women have created out of convention, out of the fact that they fucking needed them. Okay, this bitch is trying to tell us that that didn't happen. That the only reason why men invented all these other things is because the shit that women were oppressed. No, the fuck they weren't. Fuck out of here with that shit. They were oppressed to a certain degree, but at the end of the day, her ass would have still been fine and dandy. Don't tell that to them. Don't joke around like that to them. They'll fucking go ape shit stupid on you. You will be canceled. Matter of fact, I'm right now canceling the NBA. I don't want to watch the NBA ever the fuck again because they find this dude $40,000 because he said no homo. He said that there's a lot of good looking men on the team because they were talking about something about I forget what they asked him, but he was like, but there's a lot of good looking men on our team, you know. But then he followed it up with no homo, letting people know that he wasn't gay. He was just appreciating the good looking men that were on his team. He was pumping up his homeboys that was on his team, pumping them up, okay? But he was also letting people know, hey, he ain't with that gay shit. You can't even tell people you ain't fucking gay now without being fined. Like if you're part of it. So I from this day forward will not fucking support the NBA in any fucking way possible. I just can't fuck with them. They want to play these stupid games. I can play it too. I ain't gonna fucking watch them. I ain't gonna watch shit to do with them. They can suck a dick. They can suck the dick that they keep trying to protect. Because it's somebody like that's really pushing that kind of narrative with these companies. I don't know. And I'm telling you, it ain't fucking the average gay dude who's fucking pushing these narratives. It's somebody who fucking wants to see the world crumble because it's chaotic. It's truly chaotic. I'm gonna move past this bitch because she ain't got no fucking sense. Hell, half of these didn't.
Men who only consume male-oriented content, and let me expand on that. There are certain guys in this world who only listen to male musical artists, only watch shows that are catered towards male audience, and they almost always have extremely hot takes when it comes to feminism or to anything concerning women's issues. It is my personal theory that men who consume content created by women, they enjoy content that centers around women's stories. I think they have usually a lot better conversations about social issues, and it's because this world and a specific.
All right, I watch a lot of female content creators. I do. I don't get where she's coming from. Like I know a lot of people who watch female content creators. This is just yet again people who are wanting to create. This whole entire video is all about people who want to fucking create problems for themselves. They're creating these problems. They're creating these enemies in their head. And then the fucked up part is they take it into reality and they become the most bitterest, fucking dumbest cunts there is in the fucking world. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Oh god, this one makes a face.
Something that I've been thinking about for a while.
Try not to do that too much. You don't look like you can handle it. See, that's why you need to be my motherfucking Jamie. you're like my Jamie of fucking Joe Rogan has his Jamie. I just talked about something and your ass went and fucking looked it all up. Where are you at? Where are you located? I need you right here. That's fucking that was beautiful. I'm glad you went and did that. Yeah, Kevlar. Yeah, and that was one of the things that I was gonna because I was gonna say I was just gonna say bulletproof armor, but Kevlar is in there like legitimately everything. But yeah, Kevlar was one of the most amazing things that we have that's keeping men. Actually, if you go back to even the Viking Age, women have been creating armor for men for a while, quite some time. Like they want to keep us protected, you know. So, but not the newer generation. The newer generation wants to kill us off. They want us to die. They want a whole woman world, or some of them anyway. They want a whole woman world. But yet they can't fucking do half the shit that we do. They can't physically do it because they're not genetically built to do it. It's annoying. It's the most dumbest shit in the world. And then, but that's the world where we live in. We live in a world now where everybody is trying to fucking argue with science. Everybody, from the left to the right, everyone wants to argue with scientific fact. It's a fucking annoying fucking process. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And that's how I know we're living in the end of times. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying everybody, but it's a good majority to where you can collectively judge them. There, because at this point, no one a part of that group is saying, "Hey, you're wrong. Fuck you." No one is. They're all in agreement, and when a group is entirely in agreement like that, you can collectively judge them. Like you can collectively judge. I used to judge Republicans all the time, but now you're starting to see them start to call out the bullshit amongst their own party. Same thing with Democrats. You see very small amount of them start to call out the shit in their own party. Like until people start purging their groups, you're gonna have to just, you know. Yeah, women with their claws. I don't know. I, I'm a I'm a strange dude. I'm okay with claws. But yeah,
So I'll go on
let's see what this one has been thinking about for a while. Let's see if she heard herself thinking.
dates with men and I'll tell them I don't actually like children. I'm not a big fan of them. I also don't want to go through birth. So if I am to have kids, I want to do it for a good reason. I would like to adopt. Go.
It's okay to adopt. There's a lot of children that are in adoption that need it. Go for it. But I don't think people like this in general need to be having children. They don't. She just opened this whole entire thing with saying that she does not like children. No one who says they don't like children should ever have children. Like I get that people change and people get a adult and shit. But yeah, fucking. I don't think people like that should have children. Like if you say you hate children, you don't like them, then you shouldn't be having children. She didn't say she hates them, but she said she didn't like them, and that's fine. You can have that opinion all day long. Don't have them, and don't follow it up with like, if I'm going to have them, I'm going to have them for a good reason, so I'm going to adopt. That's so weird sounding. That's a very that's like you're only going to do it to virtue signal that you saved some poor wretch. That's what it sounds like, and it may not be the intention because intention is everything. Intention is what matters, but it don't sound good.
That's
that's not very like womanly of you. I don't know. I'm not really attracted to that. But then if you push the stereotypes from
Okay, that dude's not attracted to her. Yeah, no. If somebody would pinch a child just because she didn't like them, that's a fucking weird person. Yeah, granted, she's not beating the shit out of them, but still. Yeah, see, I see, and I was at a daycare when I was little. I don't know because I was too little to know everything. I just know that I was abused by them because I wouldn't eat because I've had lactose intolerance since I was little, and cheese always just made me feel sick. Um, Especially the square sandwich cheese. That shit always made me fucking sick. This woman forced that shit down my throat, like force fed me uh, the little processed cheese shit. So I have a problem with daycares in general. I don't think they vet their people enough at all. All around the fucking country, you hear horror stories about daycares. I will never send my child. I will fucking suffer and never, ever fucking send my child to a goddamn daycare. That is a. It's so hard to want to trust an actual public school because I know what happened in my public schools. Now, granted, I live in an area that public schools are very nice and taken care of. And the state does everything they can to take care of them. But where I came from and what I went to school at was a different story. And so my kids will be able to grow up in a much better neighborhood and a much better area than I grew up in. But it's still hard to fucking trust them. And daycares I'll never trust. I won't fucking trust. I'll suffer. I will suffer just to take care of my kids and let them go to that. Yeah, I don't know what that means either, dude. You might want to smoke another one. Like DJ Khaled. Another one. Oh yeah, private teacher. Yeah, I mean, I had a nanny. She was my actual grandmother. So I called her nanny. But nah, fucking private teacher is kind of iffy too, because you know there's people who are brave enough to do shit to your children right underneath your nose. Like family members have been caught doing shit to people right underneath people's noses. So there are brazen people. It's still like, and I don't want to be overprotective, but yet again, you kind of have to be. I think I had a couple of cousins that did call her like grand nanny or some shit. Because everybody that was her immediate grandchild called her nanny. But like I had some like cousins that were like kind of like distant that didn't really like live in the area to see her all the time like I was. And I think they called her like Gran or some shit like that. I forget what it was, but yeah, it's just one of those titles that I would give her personally because it was just like a inherited title essentially. Because her mother, she was alive when I was little, and we called her Granny. Yeah, that's one thing that I love about the modern day is we have cameras. We can put those bitches everywhere. We got cameras as big as a fucking fingernail that you can just stick to shit. So I love that. I love that more than anything. I know that's like it can be used in a very nefarious way. I understand that, but if it's within the if it's within reason, it's perfect. It's fine and dandy. Let's move on to another one because this chick is just needing some attention that I'm not going to give her anymore.
Man, wake up.
Bat, you wake up.
My favorite thing right now is watching men absolutely not be able to handle.
Yeah, no. Um, I'm. I was told when I was little not to make fun of the mentally ill, so I'm just going to keep going. Oh boy. Oh, that was the last one. Well then, let me find another one, shall we? Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, I was gonna show that bullshit. Hold on, I'm gonna find it too. Yeah, I was told a long time ago not to make fun of the mentally ill, and if they show signs that they are mentally ill, I just won't make fun of them. That girl, she started it out pretty strong, showing that she was mentally ill. I call people retarded when they are truthfully a smart person and they have all full function of their brain, but they are willfully choosing to be stupid. I call them retarded. I've never called a mentally person or a mentally ill person retarded ever in my life, and I never will. I think that's a very fucked up thing to do, and I think you should never be going around making fun of the mentally ill. That's the reason why I skipped past her. She showed signs that she was not mentally all there, so I had to move forward. Uh, if I see those signs, I'm not gonna make fun of them. That's the way. I think everybody should be that way. It's a human decency thing. At least just be decent, to people. Okay, let's see. There was a video that I was, and I believe it was the quartering who did it. It was a short by the quartering. So, and I love watching the quartering because me and him are more in line when it comes to our views than anything.
Can I get a countdown?
No,
10, 9.
stop playing automatically, damn it. Here it is. This one right here just blew my fucking mind away. Like it blew my mind away, and I'm glad that Jeremy from the Cluttering is covering these people on his little shorts that he's making, because it's always good to see this stuff come unfolding. Oh, I mean, yeah, that is totally different. And, like I said, anything that's, you know, something that you can't fucking help, period. You physically can't help it. I don't make fun of that. I've never made fun of that. But something that someone's choosing to willfully be that fucking stupid, I have no choice but to make fun of it. There's like this compulsion in my head, like I don't know, probably my consciousness or whatever. But like there's something that's like instantly like be karma, be karma for this person because they're trying to cause a form of misery with the way they're coming about it anyway. They're trying to create a negative space. Why not, eye for an eye to them, That's my mentality on it. But anyway, this is something the quartering posted, and I I find this to be so fucking hilarious, and it's proof that they look for problems. All of these people who are, and I called her by her preferred pronouns, they, but I mean it as in plural, as they in a whole. All these people who are doing this are looking for problems, and I'm at the point to where like I feel like they're going to probably get a lot more than just problems.
And that's why she recorded it, because all this is about for most people is attention. Make sure you leave a like on this video and you subscribe so
Yep.
we can keep bringing these.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
I've decided that I'm gonna go by they them pronouns.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so when that more is when we talked about you, to you, right?
Yeah, it's more.
Yeah, she's looking over. She looks at the camera. She's thinking about maybe I probably, and I feel like what's going on in her head right now is like, how am I going to construct what she just said to me into a attack on myself so that way I can, yeah. Yeah, man, I don't believe in that. I strongly believe in only calling out people who are just willfully stupid. Like they are choosing that path. People who are born with any type of developmental issues or anything like that, I have no problems against them if they're being misled down a certain way. I don't like to really intervene in that either, even though it's what my calling is for. Like, I really don't want somebody to be misled. But I also am one of those firm believers that you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't force it to drink. I'm one of those firm believers in that because that's an egalitarian method. Someone who is egalitarian does not want to force someone. They want to show them. They want to show them, hey, there's a much better way than doing it that way. They ain't gonna try to force it. There's no reason to force it. And that's one of the things that I try to show. I try to show that you don't have to make fun of mentally ill people to talk about some of the things that are going on in this world. And I've seen some creators just kind of be pretty fucked up towards people who you could tell are mentally ill. They're not right. So I'm just not going to be one of those guys. I just can't. I refuse it. But then again, I feel like some of these conditions that are happening are modern. This stuff like this, where they want so much problems in their life, they construct these problems. I'm starting to feel like that might be a mental illness. I think that might be some new modern age mental illness where people just want problems. And that might be a mental illness that I might have to break my code on because it just seems so stupid to be that way. And it seems willful. It seems like they are choosing that path.
When you talk about me, I know that I'm quite a conversational piece, so it's a pretty big deal.
Yep. See how she keeps look, and I'm gonna call her she, because that's how she is presenting herself. Whether she wears all these fruity colors or not, she is still presenting herself as a she. Okay, I can't get over that. Like I can't stop biology. I can't change that for people. Yeah, unfortunately, places that are completely total authoritarian, they don't, the people are, they're not taught morality and they don't have morals, period. So just expect places like that to always have some kind of really shitty people. They have good people that pop up though. It's just very minute. Yeah. That's a dumb thing. I mean, there's a lot of we live in the age of self snitching where people just they just snitch on themselves for the fucking hell of it seems.
Instead of saying you
Or she.
or
Say they.
Yeah,
but what about just calling the very first name?
that's perfectly fine.
Like, I say, sweetie, Maya just said.
Yeah.
Right, but it's when we say she, instead of saying she, we say they. So Maya went to the store and they bought a loaf of bread.
My name's a court.
Let me go over here because I think it was Memology that shared. I believe it was Memology that shared the no, not that. You fucking little fucking turd burglar. Why would you fucking somebody tried to expose Memology? Yeah, dude. People in Portland are fucking crazy, dude. I'll never fucking go there. I won't. It's just like Seattle. I won't fucking go there either. Fuck them. Fuck that place. It's this right here though. This is what pisses me off right here. This shit. That pisses me off too. Fucking Sony bullshit. Oh, but this game is badass. I'm about to be streaming that here in just a second. But anyway, NBA finds net Cam Thomas $40,000 over anti-gay remark. Okay, there is nothing anti-gay about saying no homo. It's just that's like a term of and not a term of endearment, but it's a term that basically states that you're not gay. That it's not a gay thing. That it's just another man complimenting another man. That's literally what that is. Come on.
You had to bring the good looks because you guys were lacking that.
I seen it, but I was like, man, he's just talking for the laughs. We already had good looking dudes, no homo. But you know how it goes.
He knew he was about to get shit for that. He knew he was about to get shit for that. Look at his face. Oh, fuck. God. That's the look of a man who's like, bro, you just fucked up. Yeah, they took it out of context.
All right. Sure, the legal office will enjoy that one.
Sure, the legal office will enjoy that one. Even this fucking reporter is a piece of shit. How in the fuck are you gonna fucking come at him about that? That when you say no homo after saying something that sounds a little like sus, it sounds a little gay. You say that because you're letting other people know, hey, I'm not gay, but I'm just saying like I can if I compliment another dude, and which granted I shouldn't have to say it, but because there are people who are attracted to the opposite sex, we kind of have to say it to let the other person know, hey, I think you're an attractive male, but I'm not I'm not trying to fuck you. I'm not trying to come at you like that. That's the only thing that means. It does not mean anything hateful. To take it hateful is just yet again intentionally wanting to create problems for yourself. You want to burn bridges with everybody because you're so unhappy with yourself. That's the only reason why you would do that. The only reason why somebody ever would do these things is that they're unhappy with themselves. I mean, really? Dude, like, these are the, like, I don't know if people understand how civil wars are created, but if you ever go back and you look at the context of, or the precursors of civil wars, the actions that led up to civil wars, and I'm not just talking about here in America, I'm talking about abroad, everywhere, across the world. Human history, if you ever see how civil wars are created, it's usually because of people like whoever the fuck it is that decided to fine him so much money because he stated that he wasn't gay. Like, now, do they want everybody to be gay? Like, do they now want to force everyone into a certain sexuality that they're not? Because that's a type of authoritarianism that's going to lead to a lot of weird alliances being made and a lot of weird people coming into power and a lot of weird civil wars being created. I'm only stating this because that's an obviously red future. Remember where they tried to lock his ass up when he went? It's during the Zack Snyder cut, if I'm not mistaken. It's just one of the scenes that popped up during that, where they're pretty much arresting him. I forget which one it was. I'm not a DC fan. Uh, I'm definitely not anymore because I'm not a James Gunn fan. I strongly feel like because of his name being on that list of people who went to Epstein Island, I strongly feel like he might have went there for nefarious reasons. A lot of those people, you're going to have to look into the fact that Epstein was a smart fucking piece of shit who had a lot of people come over for numerous things, for photo ops, for shit, because he had a beautiful island. So he had people come out there, take pictures, film movies, do all kinds of shit. And that's how some of the sick shit is going to now be hidden amongst all that because there are a lot of people who went to that island who may have not ever done a fucking thing, never did anything nefarious. But now, guilt by association. That's what the Hodge twins was talking about. I saw that shit and I was like, yep, that's true. That is guilt by association, even though that's, you know, it's not really something that you want to do. But in that case, when you're talking about on that grand scale level of things, the man Epstein himself has had a rumor about him for years. Some of these people were going to his island within the times of those rumors. If you hear rumors about this guy, why the fuck are you going to his island? Even for a fucking movie or whatever. It's like, why would you even want to go? Just, it seems very sus. I don't like it. So, James Gunn is one of those people who can eat a dick. I don't care about him. I love Guardians of the Galaxy, but I feel like somebody who has much more of a knowledge of that comic book would be a lot better. A lot better. Actually, I'd like to see Old Man Star-Lord brought into a movie. That'd be a good one. Old Man Star-Lord. But yeah, no, fucking saying no homo shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be a thing that offends anybody who's gay. Actually, matter of fact, it's see, I'm never gonna get over Christopher Reeves as Superman. I'm never going to be able to get over him, and no one's ever going to be able to be Superman. Christopher Reeves will always be my Superman, and I know that sounds like a very boomer thing to say, but Christopher Reeves is always going to be my Superman. Nobody will ever replace him. But I'm gonna be real with you. The guy who's playing Superman in the whole Superman and Lois thing that's coming on our TV series, I like him as Superman. I think he's doing a really good job as Superman. He's pretty all American looking, you know? Yeah, exactly. That's how I've always looked at that terminology, and I'm pretty sure most gay people do too. I only have a few gay friends, and they don't have no problem with anything. Matter of fact, as as a really fucked up thing, they called me the F word that I'm not gonna say. They called me that, um, and and I call um, a cracker or something like that. We say like slurs to each other as a joke, and I know a numerous amount of people who do that as well. It's called comedy. It's called being loose and funny with one another. And like at the end of the day, like I say, intent matters, and you can tell when someone's. I mean, I wouldn't want to be called a fruitcake either. You know why? Those are the most like unless they're homemade, those are the most disgusting things in the world. And even homemade, unless you know what you're doing, it's still going to be disgusting. Ah. So, needless to say, the yeah, I figured you did. For some reason I knew you did. For some reason I knew you did. That's why I said what I said. Oh man. Nah, I my mother loves fruitcake. That's one of the things that I can always get her around Christmas that I know for a fact will be the best gift in the world for her. She fucking loves fruitcake. I can't stand fruitcake. I think, and well, yeah, you're right. The little square ones that Walmart sells, I don't like them. They're very generic, but they're fucking moist as fuck. They're very fucking. Where's that old lady? Moist. Oh god. It's so hated because it's like it's I think its origins or at least when it picked up in popularity for real was during the Great Depression. I think that's probably why. I think it's probably because it's a Great Depression era food. I think it was made long before the Great Depression, but when it got very popular because that was one of those foods that you could just find because back in the day they had them in cans. So you could literally have them stocked up on a shelf and it was substance that would, get you going. But I just don't like them. I don't like them. The only kind of cake I like right now is this birthday cake. It literally tastes like birthday cake. They added some kind of fruit terpenes to it that make it have a buttery flavor, and it's just so fucking flavor filled. Mm. It smells the like vanilla frosting, like the buttercream kind. That's so fucking wonderful too, and I'm pretty sure they used a cross terpene that would more than likely projects that buttercream smell. That's the only thing that makes sense because they say on here botanical and fruit terpenes. No, they have no choice but what do they actually put on here? Hydrogen carbon, extract with botanical flavoring. So more than likely it is a terpene that's derived from a plant. More than likely, in this case, vanilla. That's the only thing that makes sense. Because it's like it's straight up vanilla, like you know how when vanilla is in such a strong abundance, it gets that I guess cream butter type smell to it. That's what's going on here. It smells wonderful. um, the company itself, you can go and look them up to see. That's not Treats. Treats is not the company. ForbiddenFarms.com. You can go and look them up and see what their whole process is. But I do know that no fucking way. Somebody told me something the other day that I wouldn't like artificial vanilla. Always get regular vanilla, like natural vanilla. And I always have because I always thought artificial vanilla just sounded like fucked up shit anyway. I'd rather pay a fucking $20 ticket for natural vanilla instead of putting some fucking disgusting shit in me. I mean, I'm dead ass. I'd rather do that. I know that sounds bougie, but it's not. It's a matter of like health consciousness. You don't want to put bunghole glands up inside of your beaver bunghole. Oh my god, no. That's fucked. Yeah, man. Well, I don't like raspberries, so that's a good thing. I would like to know what other fucking artificial flavors, because I do get like artificially flavored drinks and shit all the time. Like, I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure the C4 Energy's got some kind of artificial flavoring in it. So I'd like to know. Am I drinking liquefied beaver bunghole glands? Ah! You just made me fucking cringe. I gotta hit this. Ingredients: carbonated water, carnosine, beta alanine, L-citrulline, malic acid, beta power. Beta power? Oh, that's the beet shit. The betanine anhydrous. That's the shit that's made out of beets. Yeah, I think you're right, man. I think it's all man-made substances turned created from natural shit. Natural flavors. Yeah. Holy shit. C4 is the goat. C4 is the motherfucking goat. C4, you need to sponsor me. I'm gonna fucking drink you for the rest of my life. So you need to start sponsoring me. I know y'all. Maybe we can hook up and we can create a stoner drink. You know, specifically for stoners. It'd be a little nice hydration slash C4 proprietary blends. You know, we get something going. I'm telling you, telling you. C4 is the goat. Fuck yeah. I'm never drinking anything but C4 from now on. That is the motherfucking goat. I knew when I started drinking C4, because it was like a while back. Yeah, I first started with the Arctic snow cone. The fucking I think it's the blue. No, it's not the blue. It's the pop one. The red, white, and blue American pop thing. Um, because it's different than the snow cone one. There's the Arctic snow cone, and then there's the I guess it's probably just snow cone. Fuck, I don't know. But there was two different ones. They very similar in profile, but they had some different to their taste. I've had the ones that are 300 milligrams of caffeine. So because that's their big boy. That's the one or not their big boy. It's the same size, but you drink that one before you go do like a workout or something, because that one's gonna give you that boost of energy that you're gonna really need to keep pushing. Um, oh yeah, that's crazy. Well, my skin don't tingle, thank God. No, I have a problem. I have to like take sips of this because this one in particular, the Skittles taste so fucking good that I will chug it. I will fucking sit here and down it in one go. So I have to just tell myself sip it. The Starburst cherry one I can sip on all day long. Don't I don't really like cherry. The Starburst strawberry I don't really like. I don't like the flavor. It don't translate as strawberry to me. It doesn't even, but I also don't like Starbursts in general. As a candy, I think they're fucking gross. But I do like how the Skittles will taste. Some of them taste like individual Skittles, and then some of them actually taste like what it tastes like when you put a handful of Skittles. So I like Ghost, but Ghost actually fucks me up. Like I get a stomach ache off of Ghost. Um, the only one that of Ghosts that I do actually truly like is they're like it's like their Mountain Dew. I think it's just citrus or whatever. But they even have a fucking mountain with a lime behind it. It's like, get out of here, man. You know what the fuck you're doing. that's that's when that's the kind that you drink and you're like, I'm all jacked up on a badass Mountain Dew. Because that's a Mountain Dew that's like built. It does. Like some of them have like individual flavors. Some of them have like the individual Skittle flavor. Like one will taste like a purple Skittle. One will taste like a red Skittle, et cetera, et cetera. And then it's I think it's about how it's mixed. To be honest with you, I don't think it's intentional. I think it's I can't fuck with those either. I can't fuck with anything other than C4. I'm gonna be dead with you. Like I haven't been able to fuck with anything but that. Yeah. Um, I think Mountain Dew just released one of their energy drinks with the pitch black flavor as well. But I can't fuck with that shit. And when I was little, I could drink that shit all day long. And I think they did have the Code Red ones. I don't know if they still do or not. But Mountain Dew is just all those major soda companies. They're so gross. Even Pepsi, and I love Pepsi. I'm a big Pepsi dude. I've always loved Pepsi over cola. But I can't fuck with them. The only thing I drink from Pepsi is the draft sodas that are like nitrogen sealed, so they when you pop them open, they go. I like those. Man, don't get me started on the meow shit. I fucking ever since Super Troopers, I can't fucking stop doing that shit. I will do that to people, and they'll be like, "Are you saying meow?" And I'll be like, "Do I look like a fucking kitty to you? Did you see me drinking from a saucer going?" Oh god, I can't help myself. That movie fucked me up. I fucking those guys in general are the best. The Broken Lizard comedy crew, those fucking dudes are fucking amazing. I love those guys. If they ever turn out to be creeps, I'm gonna be very brokenhearted. Yeah, the vanilla one is fucking dope as fuck, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. And now that you told me that it's fucking beaver bungholes, because I'm pretty sure they don't use natural vanilla in it. They mass produce that shit. They're using fucking artificial vanilla. And now I'm fucked up over that. I'm gonna be constantly when I pop that sound open, it's no longer gonna sound beautiful to me. I'm gonna be like, oh, down the trap these bungholes go. I'm never gonna get over that. All right. Yeah, I know. I used to. We had to keep this whole area clear of beavers, so the state would pay us to kill them. And every time I go fishing, I'd always carry my pistol on me, so that way. And that was that was one of the things that I always carried my pistol for was because this one beaver, he even paced a gator off. I'm serious. And I'm pretty sure it's because it was one of those. Pretty sure it was one of those catch and release situations. Was the reason why the gator was even there. But that gator ended up relocating to this other pond further off. He relocated himself. He's like, fuck that. That beaver's gonna kill me. Because he was really big too. The first time I ever seen him, he come giving me his typical warning by slapping his tail down on the water. He he came up to me doing that, trying to give me that warning, and I was like, "Hey, buddy, this ain't your motherfucking pond. You better go on somewhere." You know, trying to because they kept coming back. Like no matter how many times you killed them, they kept coming back. I don't know what migratory process was causing that and keeping that to happen, but that's what was happening. And they would dam up the not the pond, but the stream that actually runs into and ultimately fuck up the wildlife for that whole entire stream and this uh I think they call them inlets. It would fuck up the whole entire process for fish that would go up into that pond via the stream and do a mating. So they were fucking up shit. We had to kill them. It was a state ran thing. So I uh I always participated in it because I'm a big believer in keeping because we're shepherds on this earth. That's what we are. We're supposed to keep, protect, and maintain. You know, that's our things. That's who we are as people, as the dominant species on this planet. That's what we are supposed to do. And like hogs, we introduced our greed has introduced species to this part of the continent that shouldn't be here. So certain wild hogs get a little bit too crazy, you have to go and kill them. Certain beavers, they get too crazy, you have to kill them. You have to keep their numbers trimmed down. Wolves get too crazy, they start eating over population, and they overeat, and it's just oof. There's things that you have to keep and maintain as the dominant species on this planet. Unfortunately, I wish we could all have this harmonious, like even animals, like have this like harmonious, like fairy tale bullshit that you see in Disney movies. You know, I really wish that could happen, but it just is. It's not the way our world works. It's just not. But anyway, let me move on into the game. I've been talking for an hour and 33 minutes. It's bullshit. I have turned into a official streamer, man. I've seen some guys that just do these streams and continue way longer than I do, especially when it comes to ranting. But I like listening to it, and someone else is out there like me is like listening to it too. So I obviously need to connect here. Which I need to start getting this dude to be my Jamie. You're gonna be my Jamie. I'm gonna have you looking shit up for me. You're fast as fuck with it. All right. As you can see, my boy is looking still like Owen Wilson from Zoolander. I'm not your bra. Like he's about to start doing that. It seems. I need to change him up. I don't like looking the same. Okay. I love the fact that just me playing this game though pisses somebody off. I love the fact that they gave me so much power over them. I'm just kidding. That's really shitty that they even think that way. But I hope if anything, this is the year that we, as a collective species, move past these trivial things and start thinking about our future. Because reverse polarity is a thing. And it ain't gonna happen for just 7 days this next time. I have a very strong feeling of that. We're gonna have to come together as a species if we want to survive. Just a little doom and gloom before I get into this game. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we were going this way. No, where's it at? Where's the damn door? You see him standing in front of it? WTF, man? I know I'm not currently tracking anything. It sucks. Where is it? Yeah, I need to go to that. And I finally need to go tell this dude. I had that already and I haven't done it. I can't believe myself. But yeah, I need to go ahead and learn Descendo. It basically will allow, as soon as I use Leviosa on an opponent, I can just slam them back to the ground with Descendo. it's a much faster way instead of like using repulso, because repulso will slam them to the ground, but it shoots them further back, whereas descendo will just slam them straight to the ground. I fucking love that. I really do. I think that's like the best. What does that mean? What is all that? I'm having some weird shit go on. Oh, okay. Well, let me just get rid of this then. I know what that is. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna have to teleport out of here, wherever the fuck this is, because the door for it's not popping up. It's one of those hidden rooms. No, not that. Fucking dodo brain. Man, it's like I haven't been playing this game for the past fucking 3 or 4 days. I've been playing this so long, I didn't forget how many times or how many days I've been playing it. This is the only game I've been playing. I bought content for The Sims not too long ago, or yesterday, and I haven't even touched that shit. I only care about this game. This game.
Ironically, I didn't see ahead of time how bored I'd be in divination class.
I mean, that happens, man. I want to see this professor break bad on somebody. I have a feeling she could do some damage.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
A goddamn demiguise. I'm gonna have to
assignments were challenging
come back in here. Nighttime.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
I see power.
I see good things. After all, the future's mine for the taking, and I shall take what I must.
The future is not etched in stone. It can be carved out by those with very strong wills, and you do seem to possess one. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your target.
Yeah.
You have it. Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy?
I will. Why do I always want to do that? That's for Penda, right? Okay, so.
Levioso! Descendo!
I think you have it.
Levioso! Descendo!
Who wins?
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Okay, now I need to wait until nighttime now.
Mine now, demiguise.
Get off the damn ladder, my man.
How nice.
I don't know how many I've already gotten, but let me
My young friend.
go on these into this man. Wild ass shit.
Yes, I told you. You're very clever.
Clever? How offensive. Next.
Fine, a genius. Happy
Possibly.
now? But I'll allow your lips to come.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings! Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. Bring me a few more moons and I'll show you how to improve casting Alahomora.
I'll keep an eye out for more demiguise statues and see if I...
You are to be commended for your brave...
Ah, 5 more.
No, the one on invisibility.
Oh, well, you'll do well on that one then.
No. Guess we'll go with a main quest.
Levioso.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. And this place is crazy at night. What the fuck? I didn't know it was gonna be in there.
Deke. Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack. Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts.
Oh hell yeah, what?
Pleasant little breeze.
I
No
have
way.
been thinking about something Professor Howard said in Beasts class. That I should study as many beasts as I can on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area. So, perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where. Come along then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go.
What the hell? For some reason my controller out synced.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh, it was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good. We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the... It will be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
Ah, it's gonna be a part of like that. Okay. Oh, I fucking love that. That's cool.
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently.
Oh,
Deke
good.
will meet you there whenever you're ready.
Whoa.
Who lived here, I wonder?
There's something right there. Oh, really? Ooh. Unidentified head item.
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Perhaps we should... If it...
Then I shall go and rescue a jobberknoll.
Good luck.
This will be the only thing that I do for real on this stream as far as Hogwarts goes.
I'll look after you.
A jobberknoll. Ah, there's so many other animals that I know. I'm gonna go hunt animals down and collect them and save as many as I can.
I rescued a jobberknoll.
Deke hopes your jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deke knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deke will see you there.
What are you up to now?
You have no idea.
Hello, Deke. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
I shall go and find a moon calf then.
Deke will be waiting for your return.
No need to be difficult. Arresto momentum. Descendo. Arresto momentum. Descendo. Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
I have 2 in there. I ought to get 2 of each because, you know, a whole arc thing. If you're going to save species from annihilation, you need 2.
It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a moon calf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the moon calves dancing. It's a marvelous sight. Deke supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deke will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready.
That is good. But yeah, this will be the only mission that I do, quest that I do.
There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home.
Yes.
But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide.
What is that?
What exactly did you think of? Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready.
Oh, it's like an outdoor, indoor, indoor, outdoor. Whoa.
Look at this. It's amazing.
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them. Let them see their new home.
Got me a place that, like that. The only thing that comes to mind if I had a place like this, grow a shitload of weed.
Oh! Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts that the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed
Run away,
will
you
provide
become
you with valuable
a
magical
good poacher.
materials, such as puff
What's the
skin
difference
hair,
between that
for
and poaching?
example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Dee can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let you know when I have some.
Most excellent.
God damn it, I didn't mean to do that. What the hell would I do that for?
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now, Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom?
Exactly. Making your clothing. Why don't you try?
I'll go and experiment.
An enchanted loom. Traits or something. Okay.
That came out nicely. I should show Deke. I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Thank you for your help, Deke.
Heck yeah. This is going to be a very good one. All right, folks. You stay nice and stony. I am out of here. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.